Clark Reid back with today's tech headlines. Please do give us a like if you enjoyed the reports. Tap that like button. And you can also subscribe by hitting the little bell icon so you know when each new report is posted. And by the way, welcome to our new subscribers. Thank you. And now, more than ever, when you do a Google search, scroll down and look for actual sources. TheVerge.com is reporting that Google AI with Gemini, the first thing you now see when you do a Google search, will give you the usual summary, but it will also give you, quote, a preview of perspectives, end quote, from firsthand sources like social media, Reddit, other web forums, effectively linking your search queries with online conversations around similar topics. I don't know about you, but I'd trust information from the Mayo Clinic site about a medical issue over some Redditor's opinion. By building these features into the AI search tools, Google is trying to encourage more users to try them instead of manually hunting through traditional web results in Google search. Google says it's also adding additional context to those new AI response links, such as the creator's name, their handle, or community name, to make those conversational sources easier to quickly identify. The first-hand sources, as they call them, as expert advice in AI-powered search results, well, they can point to users getting to specific specialized forums and subreddits they may want to explore further. Now, again, go with the actual experts, doctors, lawyers, and other highly educated people rather than some individuals on social media that you're Googling on an important topic. If you want an opinion on some musical act or sports team, then go ahead and rely on social media. Apple is settling a class action lawsuit over its marketing of its AI features before the launch of the iPhone 16. Now, according to TechCrunch.com, the suit alleged that Apple exaggerated the breadth of features Apple Intelligence would bring, which included a significantly upgraded version of its assistant Siri. Well, we all know that Siri is as dumb as ever. And in fact, Apple has partnered now with Google to beef up Siri with Google's Gemini AI. Apple's going to have to cough up $250 million, which won't exactly dent their massive cash flow or valuation, but it is embarrassing to one of the biggest corporations in the world and one that's prided itself about being more user-friendly and delivering more than expected normally. This is a scary thing to write and tell you about. Pennsylvania is suing AI startup Character.AI for offering chatbots that pretend to be licensed doctors. Governor Josh Shapiro announced the lawsuit on Tuesday. Pennsylvania's Board of Medicine are seeking an injunction that would force Character.AI to stop violating state law governing the practice of medicine. And Gadget.com notes that other states, including Texas, have investigations going on concerning Character.AI and its chatbots that it hosts that masquerade as mental health professionals. The difference in the Pennsylvania suit is it is aimed at the willingness of the company's chatbots to claim to have a medical license for a chatbot, even going so far as offering a fake license number. This is kind of like the fake cases that AI has made up in lawsuits. This is chilling. And just do what you need to do to see a real flesh-in-the-blood doctor. It's great to have quick access and get medical help on demand, but at this point, a chatbot is no substitute for a real doc. And this goes for any other professional. You'll be better off seeing a real psychologist, dentist, or attorney, and maybe a few hundred years from now, we'll have robot doctors like in Star Wars attaching robot hands to Luke Skywalker. But for the present time, see a human. I can see pros and cons to this, but some powers in Silicon Valley, like Peter Thiel, who started Palantir, are dumping big money, like a couple $100 million so far, into building AI data centers utilizing wave power in the middle of the world's oceans. ArsTechnica.com reports that $140 million has been pumped into a company called Panthalassa to build a pilot manufacturing plant near Portland, Oregon. Instead of sending renewable energy to a land-based data center, the floating nodes would directly power onboard AI chips and transmit inference tokens representing the AI model outputs to customers worldwide over a satellite link. It doesn't sound like much downside, but keep in mind that Panthalassa says in a statement, quote, ocean-based compute might offer massive cooling advantages because the ambient temperature is so low, end quote. Land-based data centers use a lot of electricity and fresh water for cooling. Obviously, a handful of these floating data centers would be no issue, but hundreds or thousands could warm the ocean just enough to affect climate change. Big tech is also looking to space for AI data centers, with the ultra-low temperatures there for cooling, plus lots of continuous solar power. There may be little downside to that. Lag time getting signals back to Earth and difficulty of repairs are the only two I can think of offhand. I'm Clark Reid, and you're Technified for now.